London takes. It takes something from me every time I interact with it. It takes it from me, it grinds it up and it spits it out, and it doesn't apologize. It doesn't say excuse me when it burps. It's not horrible, but it's not easy. The people who I've encountered while the little things have screwed up, they don't have any direct control. They're not causing it to happen. It's my own fault to a degree, but then I have to deal with whatever's screwed up and find a way around it. Try and get to a satisfactory conclusion. And to use an example, the bouncer at Ministry of Sound, after he's got this one girl in front of him who's pressed up against his chest almost, talking angrily to her friends on the phone and saying, I can't get in and I'm stuck out here and rah, and just wanting to bitch at somebody. But she can't be mad at him because it's not his fault, but he's the object in her way. He's not letting her in. So he hates being the front line of that. You could see it, and he's trying not to engage with her at all because she's not really engaging with him. She's yelling at her friends. So, and then there's this other guy, drunken rubber man, as Billy Connolly likes to call them, all twisted and leaning backwards because he's so drunk he can't keep his balance. But he's Russian or Polish or Hungarian or something like that, and he's angry that he can't get in, and he's telling everybody around him how pissed off he is, and if they get too close to him, then he pokes them in the chest and tells them off. But while he's doing that, the rubber man aspect of him, he can't keep his balance, so he keeps on rolling back into the bouncer, who keeps shoving him away and saying, I told you before, mate, stop it, get away. And so he clears this guy out of his way, and I'm next kind of in line. There's no line at this point, it's just a gathering of drunken, obnoxious people outside, out in front of him. And I walk up to him and I say, I've got a ticket, I should be in there right now. And he said, I'm sorry, we've closed all the doors, we're not letting anyone in. It's 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. There's 2 hours left of the show, and they're not letting anybody in because everyone's being a bunch of jerks, and they don't like them anymore. So they've just closed all the doors, and nobody gets in. And so I go, oh, it's too late. He goes, yeah, but he's not looking at me. He's not engaging with me because he doesn't want to see that. He doesn't want to see the disappointment in somebody's face because it's not really got anything to do with him. And he's been dealing with that stuff all night long with all these other people. So what do? Do you get in the face of somebody that massive and who's got the kind of priority that he would, not gladly, but would potentially hurt you to make you go away? So you go, bugger, and walk off and go and sleep in a park and wake up cold and wet and stiff, and look at your clock and it's still only 6 a.m. and it's Sunday morning and nothing's open. Middle of London, nobody's coming into town because there's nobody there. Nobody goes to work at that hour on a Sunday. The tourists don't really show up until maybe 8 at the earliest. There's workers down there, but enough of them have brought their own stuff that they're not interested in going out places to have a bite to eat. So got up and wandered around, and it made me feel like I was 20 years old again, and I wasn't too far away from Waterloo Station, where I had spent the night on the top of a parking garage and then had to call up Scotty and get him to send me some money he owed me so that I could go and get a bus ticket to get out to Hounslow, which I'm just around the corner from now, so I could get my first job when I was here in London. And I just hadn't anticipated how hard it was going to be, how much it was going to take from me. And I think that's what my thing is that London keeps taking from me, takes my effort, takes my money, takes things from me, takes my tolerance, tries my tolerance. But I can't be angry at other people. They don't put me in this situation. I put myself there. So I have to come up with a solution. I have to deal, manage, construct, create, continue. And it's nice. It's, once again, a skill that you have to learn if you're going to be out on the road on your own, making it work. And I think it's one of the big things that just coming back here, it's hard. There are hard people here in London. They don't look at strangers. They don't engage. Some people are so strange. You wonder if they're mental or if they're just dealing their own way with the situation they find themselves in. You try not to make eye contact with people because you never know the reaction you're going to get from them. You don't know who they are or what they've done. So you don't engage. You don't get to talk to people. It's easier to talk to people in the situations where it's a controlled engagement, if they're the person behind a counter of a shop or those people. Those are controlled relationships. When you walk past people on the street, you don't know. You can't anticipate what they're going to do, say, react. If they speak your language, they might not understand you and misrepresent you or them. Or London takes, and it doesn't excuse itself.